So, in a second, create the awareness or put in the attention to perceive the invisible and the non-physical. Just as easy as it is to be aware of the sound and the movement and the objects and the body and people around, it should be just as natural to be aware of the invisible and of the ones who are immortal. What we see with these eyes is just the puppet. The one using the puppet to play out the part is invisible, immortal, living star. And on the one hand, we know there is this drama going on with all its colorful variety and action and commotion and variety scenes. That we tune into the world of the actors. And shift the attention beyond to that home of light. that home of silence, that home of eternity, home of God. The dimension of eternal belonging and eternal security, eternal freedom, just light upon light. From that home, the soul comes into the drama, into a body to play the game, to perform highest karma. And just aim to hold this bigger picture in the intellect. The home, the drama world, and the subtle regions. Home, drama world, subtle regions. But also in the drama, the journey, the game of 84 births. See the wonder and the fascination of it. And Baba knows this all, always. Always come back to these basics. This is the foundation of everything. To be clear about this. See. So shall we read some paragraphs of that part of Mama's guidance from Shiva, and then we can discuss in between. So, how it was titled, that part, Avyak Meeting with God. God in dialogue, exchange with Saraswati Mama, the goddess of knowledge, through a trance messenger. But it is not clear to me which trance messenger, who that was. So Baba's saying, Beti, daughter Shri Radhe, look who has come to you. Such a great power is conversing with you. By understanding the secret of my coming, you can also know yourself. Not just this 57, Mama is 20 something, what is it? 30 something years old. And they were still trying to figure out many things, no? How Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba, all of that. And so Baba and he's trying to tell her, do you recognize me? Do you know who is talking to you? Together with the position of the one who has come, you can also know your own position. That is your status. Oh, daughter Radhe, do you want to see my splendor, my greatness, my beauty? If I want, I can enable destruction to take place in a second. But I do not do that. Because according to the colorful film, the variety form film, whatever duties are to be enacted by everyone, they will definitely have to play that part in that way. I understand. So Baba said there is this film and everyone has their part and they have to play that part out. I cannot just cut short, in the middle of the film, stop the film. We could. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. He could do it, but then the other day he said, no, you have to go to golden age, so you have to create that reward. If I am doing it, then I have to get that reward. So it would be like he would disrupt the natural flow of everything. Only avyakt God, non-physical God, who knows the eternal laws, can come and give us recognition of these eternal laws. So this play, this game in the physical world is eternal, and there are eternal laws in that, and Baba does not disrupt them, but he tells us about it. He gives us the understanding. Only avyakt, non-physical God, who knows the eternal laws, can come and give us recognition of these eternal laws. The eternal play of the whole world takes place on the stage. And it takes time for the play to be enacted practically. It cannot be cut short. Everything has to be enacted. If I finish the play of so many years in just a second, then what would remain of the play? Whatever it is, like you're watching a film and it is cut short, like this 2 hours duration, and after 1.5 hour it stops. It won't make sense. No? The completion of the whole thing has to take place. Or you're in a sports, in a game, and at some stage it just, whatever difficulties are to be seen or tolerated have to repeat in the same way according to the kitpit kitpit secret. Hmm? So this drama has this kitpit. Must be like has this. There are these complications. There are some scenes that are horrific. There are some scenes that are unjust. There are some scenes that are what is the word? Confused. Doesn't make sense. All of that is part of this colorful variety drama. And so it has to be seen, it has to be watched, observed, and tolerated. These difficulties have to repeat in the same way according to this kitpit secret. It is a complicated repetition which our lovely Radha, you and I, are happy to witness. There needs to be at least some level of detachment to be able to grasp what Baba is saying.
Sister Anna, when you see the drama,
Well, can you get the mic?
like Baba sees in unlimited way, you understand it. And then that's when you actually enjoy it. And Baba is saying, you and I will enjoy it. Then only, because then there is no challenges kind of in the drama. Then you understand why somebody is doing what they are doing, because you see the drama in the unlimited aspect.
Sometimes you're watching a film, no? Some movie. I'm not saying you should watch movie because that is not what is it? That's not Srimat. But you can watch this big movie. But these movies, some complication is there, somebody making, but people are watching it for entertainment. Horror movies, somebody, some monster comes and scares people, kills some blood dripping, kind of horrific scenes. They're watching entertainment. So Baba's saying, you lovely Radha and I, you witness the scenes of the, what is it, intricate, complicated drama.
I just thought it was interesting that he didn't say that we are a part of, but he used the term witness. I mean, he's always a witness, but Mama is both audience and actor. So I just thought that at least what I was getting is that being the witness is really the condition that you ought to be in all the time, and um, not in the show,
Mhm.
which is what's challenging to maintain.
One can be in the show, but not caught in the part, in the role. And so, for example, an actor plays Spider Man, but he is not getting into the emotional tangle of Spider Man's success or failure because he's just acting. Nice, good act. He jumps, he throws a web, somebody cut the web, somebody criticize, whatever. Actor is incognito behind, enjoying. It is the deep secrets.
But we are always in the drama, right? But we have to be witness to our own role also.
Mm,
Then there is true detachment, otherwise, it's not.
yeah.
Om Shanti.
This is the karmas are being played out all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
Om Shanti. I think what makes us fortunate and what makes us able to witness it in happiness is because we know the end already. That makes it possible, because if we don't know what we know, then we caught up.
Yeah. No, and detached, no, from the part. Because the moment we identify, the moment the soul identifies with Rona, it becomes important what happens with Rona or what not happens with Rona. But if there is the detachment, one can just observe. And any scene is interesting, something new, something different.
There's another metaphor, Sister Ona, with when we watch a movie first time, right? There's a little bit of, oh, what happened? This. But if you're watching it again and again, you can watch it with more detachment, but with more enjoyment, because first you know the story, then you have the time and attention to look at the details. And we know the story of the eternal drama. And as you start understanding how the story works, then the enjoyment actually becomes natural nature.
Mm. You can't truly enjoy the iron nature drama without understanding the secret of drama.
Yes, yes, because then you know the
Yeah.
eternal story, how it's going to play again and again and again.
And enjoyment may be not even the right word, but you remain cheerful and see the wonder of drama because you're not happy that others are suffering.
No, you actually don't take any sorrow and pain from it. But
You,
when they are going up and down, angry or irritated or something, because you kind of know where they're coming from. So you're
mm,
not laughing here, but you're laughing in, smiling in your mind and say, Baba, give them peace and strength to come out of it.
mm. No, one thing is the part, some anger or these are the scenes being acted out. But the actors who are identifying are in sorrow. And that is not that you are enjoying their sorrow or that you're enjoying your own sorrow, but you understanding it comes from identification. Some child watching some movie. I remember, I don't know if you remember, there used to be this series on television, The Love Boat. And you remember in the 70s, The Love Boat. And it used to come in Suriname on television. And it used to come early in the evening, so we were allowed to watch. And I used to cry. I used to cry. I don't know. I don't remember the age, 11 or so, 12, that age. I used to cry. And my father would always say, "What's wrong with you? This is just a film." But you get so entangled in the emotions and the story, and you identify with the good person and whatever, and then you go up and down with the emotions there. But it's just a film, you know. Somebody else watching it and doesn't cry. So here, if we can witness, as Baba's saying, you and I together, we're witnessing these scenes. Don't cry. Don't get entangled. But this is I don't know if to say high stage, but this is the clue of Baba's message. You're not the drama. In this variety drama, a test has to be given for all parts. The one who is making this play move, if he wants, he can drop this drama in a second and then start anew. But he doesn't do that because God too has to do everything in this ordinary way. Meaning, according to the laws of karma, he has to play the part of teaching. God should not come and do some big miracle for some, Riddhi Siddhi, some miraculous physical thing. God, the incorporeal Almighty Authority Himself, is here in a bodily form, but in an ordinary dress. No, He's not some, what is it? Some wonder miracle person who creates all these kind of wizard, yeah. This is the amazing game of the maze, of remembering and forgetting. This is the amazing game that has to be played. And the one who knows this game is Jani Jananhar, Gyani Jananhar, the one who has Gyan. Should I go on? Daughter Shri Radhe. No, Baba's addressing her like that. Daughter Shri Radhe. This path of the beloved children having to tolerate also has to be taken. If I want, I can create an easy path for my children because I have the key to grant visions in my hand. If I grant a vision of any deity to a wealthy devotee, he would bring all his wealth to the yajna and surrender it all because God is the wealthiest of the wealthy. So this beggary part is going on, and he's telling her this path to tolerate this has to be taken, has to be experienced. If I want to, I could touch somebody to bring all his money, but I can't do that. I won't do that. However, your father wants to make his lovely beggar children into princes and princesses. And this is why you will become princes and princesses only after you have tolerated everything. The father knows that you children definitely have to take this path of tolerating, because to tolerate everything is a godly and a divine virtue which has happiness merged in it. So the qualification for royalty is the power to tolerate everything, and deity royalty even more so. With this virtue, you can experience godly happiness. Even while tolerating everything, you celebrate with so much joy. This is the entertaining knowledge. Only such yogis who are free from any temptation can attain permanent happiness. You want to say anything? These are some secrets, no?
I wanted to say that the happiness merged in tolerance only can be if I'm detached.
Hmm.
And from your teaching me this morning, I have to be detached from me. It's absolute. It's so clear.
Yeah.
It's so clear. I can't have the feelings of resentment and say that I'm tolerating, because that's all I'm doing, tolerating, but I'm tolerating with resentment. But
Yeah.
if I'm detached from me,
Yeah.
the ego, because it's the ego that's resentful
Yeah.
of having the nerve of you to ask me to tolerate this. Yeah, that kind of thing. So the
Yeah.
happiness that's merged in this tolerance is through detachment.
Very good.
May I share a thought, Sister Anna? If we had time, I know we are over 8:40.
Yeah. Till 9.
Whenever I reflect on subtle aspects of karma, a thought comes that in confluence, especially the drama throughout the cycle always pushes the soul to go back to its original position. Not only just a position, but with all the original qualities, right? So, especially in the confluence age, we go through situations where we actually have a opportunity to test, bring out the virtue and test it. The original qualities of the soul. So, like Brahma Baba's soul has experienced the richest of the richest time in the world. He was the first one and the most richest. So that soul also has to experience how what it be to be in the most challenging financial situation. And he is the number one in terms of respect. He's the purest of the pure and the number one emperor. So his soul has to go through the defamation which has nobody else has actually faced, because that's how the soul actually becomes complete in virtues.
Yeah. And on top of that, to go through those scenes with joy.
With joy, yes. That is what becoming complete in virtue.
And to go through those scenes while serving.
Yeah.
That makes you Narayan.
Yeah, that makes you know. So drama actually puts you in those situations where it actually, because it has to balance both the things. Yes.
Someone hammering,
Yeah.
and you continue to feel spiritual love.
Yep.
Then you are worthy of Narayan. One sister, one time, this was in London, she had a vision of the golden, she had some experience of the golden age. And she said she saw Narayan. So we were asking her, how you know it was Narayan? Because they're all deities and also features are saying, how did you know? And she said, his power of love was maximum. Now, how is power of love maximum?
Under the extreme provocation, when you keep
Vocation.
it,
Yeah.
yes, emerge, right?
Yeah.
So,
So how you become the goddess of Sheetal, coolness, in extreme hot,
yeah,
the heat of all the vices
yeah.
over,
Yeah.
you remain calm and unaffected.
But sister, she saw in golden age. There is no provocation or anger there.
No,
But right
but
now, when you
how did he become
yeah,
Narayan? His power of love was greatest because he had accumulated that in the previous birth.
yeah,
under provocation in the previous birth. That is why his power became that, and that led to being Narayan in the golden age.
Because only thing
That
what
is
you
the
carry from
you can say the explanation, but that doesn't show that she recognized how she recognized he was
No,
Narayan.
she said because he had the most power. So why would he have the most power to love? Those tests were happening in the previous birth.
yeah. Because only thing what we carry from this birth to the golden age is the sanskars.
Yeah, yeah.
And unless until they are really elevated and polished and full, right? You will not be exhibiting those.
So when will they be polished?
Now. It's now or never.
Yeah. The time for exams has now come close. Each and every child has to keep the exams that are to come in front of them in advance and continue to move along with that practice. Even if some children do not have any food or water, you yourself have to be present as a carefree emperor. You have to adopt such a beautiful stage for yourself over a long period of time. If someone believes that at that time he will be able to move along by himself, then he is deceiving himself. No, you have to have that practice over a long period of time, not that when that moment happens, then. This is why you have to be cautious beforehand. My deeply loved children, sit in remembrance, but until now, this is another. Until now, the brightness of that light has not reached my world. When everyone is present in their form of light, then the brightness of their yoga will come to my world. And only then will the full light enter everyone. The praise of the Shaktis will emerge at that time. So each of you has to remain stable in your Nishchay, such that if even I try to bring you down, you cannot come down.
Sister Anna, with the light, the sentence with the light, is Baba trying to say you have to become like me, equal like Father? Bab Saman? I'm having trouble understanding what exactly he's trying.
Yeah, I was trying yesterday to ask some seniors, but I not yet fully clear. I think, but please, it's still speculation from my side. That Baba is saying the brightness, the complete understanding and the awareness of that. It hasn't reached my world yet. Means you're still limited in your understanding and your awareness of everything.
So in a way, it's Bab Saman, right?
Yeah.
Shanti, I was thinking too that it 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 could mean that we have not yet donated to 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 everyone else our light, our brightness, our understanding. Because Baba, I think he said, when everyone is present in their form of light, then the brightness of their yoga will come to my world, and only then will the full light enter each one.
It is poetic. No, it's very poetic. So what I feel is we are to much extent still limited to drama. And it is not yet fully the awareness of the home, coming from the home in the drama, coming back to home. That complete awareness is not yet there.
It made me think about Baba saying before about these drums that will beat, and everyone will know. Everyone will come to know.
Mm,
So that's kind of where I thought this was
mm,
kind of going.
Mm.
Not sure, but thank you.
We'll come back to it. Okay, let's close. It's 9 o'clock. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
You
day,
just-
everyone.
Can you just close it, the Zoom link?